Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, YASHAMIAHLA, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me his truth, and salutation to the elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. My name is Yuan. Go bar back with another quick lesson. Lord willing to edify and defeat the lambs of Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA through the Holy Spirit. Lord wants to edify and straight to the point. All right, it's going to be real quick. I just wanted to bring out a couple articles concerning this digital dollar. All right, now if you understand the way prophecies are playing out, you would know that this is all leading to the mark of the beast, all right, the RFID microchip. So for those who don't teach that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, for those who don't know, then they won't understand, the way this devil is rolling out this digital dollar and how much of a major role it has to do with prophecy. Okay, because this has everything to do with prophecy. All right, this is from the CNBC.com, February 27th, about 2-3 days ago. It says, a digital dollar would help the U.S. and its allies keep China in check. Why? Because China is currently rolling out, I believe, trial runs on the digital Yuan. All right. This is from the New York Times, and this is yesterday, I believe. Let me see. This is March 1st. Today is March 2nd. Let me see. Is it March 3rd? I'm sorry. All right. So the headline from the New York Times says China charges ahead with a national digital currency. All right. China charges ahead with a national digital currency. The electronic Chinese yuan is now being tested in cities such as Shenzhen, Shanghai, and Beijing. No other major power as far along with a homegrown digital currency. So these digital currencies are now being tested, all right, trial run as they say, or tested as they say, in these major cities, which they've been talking about this, all right? This is the new form of payment. Like we've been saying, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA, starting with the apostles on down, saying that the new form of payment will all be digital. All cash will be done away with. All right. And this is a major step to the implementation of the mark of the beast. All right. For all you know, which I'm going to bring out another article, which made me think that, hey, this could very well be one of the last steps into the transition into people getting that mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. All right, in the article I'm gonna read that I first pulled up, I'm gonna show you why I say that through the spirit. But anyway, it says China, which I'm not gonna read all these articles. I just want to get the point, and I'll link them in the description box if you want to read them. So it says China charges ahead with a national digital currency. All right, it says a sign for China's new digital currency, ECNY. So it says, Annabelle Huang recently won a government lottery to try China's latest economics experiment, a national digital currency. And if you go back to the World Forum, I believe, the World Forum, Economic Forum, I believe, where they talk about the Great Reset, this is all part of it. All right, a new currency, a new digital currency, establishing a national currency. Okay, which is ultimately part of what the NWO, the New World Order. It says, after joining the lottery through the social media app WeChat, Ms. Huang, 28, a business strategist in Shenzhen, received the digital envelope with 200 electronic Chinese yuan, or ECNY, worth around $30 to spend it. She went to a convenience store near her office and picked out some nuts, yogurts. Then she pulled up a QR code for the digital currency from inside her bank app, which the store scanned for payment. And China's been doing trial runs on these type of things. All right, where people will use QR codes, scan, use it to scan to make payments and so on and so forth. They've been doing it, so this might be the rollout to transition over into getting these people chipped. All right. Let me go back to the other article. I just want to get that point. So back in the CNBC.com article, the key points, it says Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell hinted this week that a digital dollar is a high priority or priority project for the U.S. All right, the chairman, which is him right here, Jerome Powell, the chairman for the Federal Reserve. All right, which the Federal Reserve is a private institution. Okay, has nothing to do with the U.S. government or America. All right, it's a private bank owned by the elites. Okay, so what are they doing? Ultimately, what's the goal of the elites in the New World Order? Is to get everybody chipped. All right, so they're rolling this thing out. They're definitely doing this thing, and it's happening. All right, because the digital dollar is a high priority. All right, now there was another article that I also have pulled up. It says, I believe this one was talking about the euro. Now the Europe is doing the same thing. All right, now they're gonna set up a system to where the Europeans out there can change the ratio 1-to-1. So for one, let's say for America, let's say 1-to-1 ratio. You change $1 for one digital currency. All right, so the ratio will be 1-to-1, so people can just transfer over their dollars, all right, into the exact amount in digital dollars, so that people won't be losing out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they're gonna pull away the dollar from circulation. All right, and that's why I said what I said earlier, that this could very well be, probably, the major step before they actually implement the chip. All right, to get everybody registered in the system and get everything in place. But we'll see how it play out. So it says, China has ramped up efforts for a digital yuan to undermine the dollar and extends its influence. And that's what we just read in the New York, in the New York Post. Okay, that's what we just read. China has already started to do this thing. They started their test runs and so on and so forth. Why? Because it says China has ramped up efforts for a digital yuan to undermine the dollar and extend its influence, which this is just, a stage show. They're going to try to challenge and they can try to keep up. This is their reason to try to keep up, because America does, the majority of its business is with China. So it says the benefits for Beijing would be considerable if the U.S. seized ground in financial, technological innovation and the dollar's global dominance wanes. And eventually that's what's going to happen. Now let me see. Right, this is another good point right here. Chinese officials have made no secret that their greatly accelerated efforts at introducing and distributing the digital yuan are an opening move in their long-term strategy to undermine the dollar's global supremacy and expand their influence. Now, when I read this part, I thought about back in 1970 when Nixon, he made a speech pretty much saying the same thing. That the reason why, mainly one of the reasons why he took the gold out of circulation, okay, or suspended the convertibility from dollars to gold, was because people started to lose trust in the dollar and started to question the dollar. In other words, they started to undermine the dollar. All right. And what do you do in return? What did the feds do? They had they suspended the gold convertibility. All right. So this sounds very similar. So now let me read it again. It says Chinese officials have made no secret that their greatly accelerated efforts at introducing and distributing the digital yuan are an opening move in their long-term strategy to undermine the dollar's global supremacy and expand their influence. So, the dollar is out of here. All right. The dollar is out of here. It's going to be a digital currency, and nations are going to exchange digitally. Okay. They're going to do things digitally. It says, despite that, leading U.S. financial officials have rolled their eyes at any suggestion that deeper dangers lurk for the dollar, and thus also for U.S. national security in global digital currency race, even as China marches forward and Bitcoin's value reaches 1 trillion, the Federal Reserve had been in no hurry to be a contestant. Okay, so it's like I said, they're gonna compete and try to come with their digital dollar. So if China started already, then everybody else is gonna follow right along. All right, for that dominance, so to speak. It's all a game. All right. And he says something here. Right here it says, danger lurks for the dollar. Now there's another article. Let me pull that up real quick. And this is from Mrsinstitute.org, right? It says the dangers lurking behind a digital euro. Now this is what I mentioned earlier about the digital euro, all right, and how they're gonna convert the exchange with a ratio of 1-to-1. And this is where it says it right here. It says the plan is also to allow for a 1-to-1 exchange of euro cash and commercial bank balance with digital euros. Economically speaking, this means that the ECB de facto insures the liabilities of the euro banks. The ECB transfer its creditworthiness, which is beyond any doubt, Stella, to euro commercial banks. With a 1-to-1 exchange option, nobody has to worry about losing their money balances held at euro commercial banks, as the ECB has the monopoly of euro production. And how they gonna push this is the same way they pushing, the mask, all right, the mask, the social distancing, all this other stuff. In other words, your retail stores can say, we only accepting digital dollars right now. We're not accepting any paper money. We're not accepting any euro cash, any dollars, any US dollars. We're not accepting that. We only accepting digital dollar. Just like when this whole pandemic broke out, I remember, at one point they had a lot of stores, a lot of places of business had stopped accepting cash. All right. Now they accepting cash now, but it's the same trend that's gonna follow. Okay. The government is gonna make it to where these businesses gotta push it, or else they could get fined. And of course they're gonna have to follow protocol. So, these elites is they doing this thing down, they trickling it down to the low people. All right, to where they putting a squeeze on the low people. But anyway, those are the articles I want to bring out. And of course, I'm going to end it here. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and as we know that he is talking about Esau, Edom. It's going to cause all people, all right, whether you're small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, to receive that mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, now we see Esau Edom is setting this thing up to where, all right, this the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, okay, because that is the mark of the beast, will be the only way people will be able to conduct any type of commerce, whether they're buying, whether they're selling. You want to work, okay, because when you're working, technically you're pretty much selling yourself. You're selling yourself, or you're selling something. You're selling your manual labor to receive money. Okay, your employer is buying you. He's paying you. So in order to work, to make money, to get money, to provide a roof over your head, to buy food, to buy shelter, clothes, so on and so forth, to give people money, anything that have to do with money, Esau is going to make it to where people going to have to receive that mark. All right, and the word mark is karagma, all right, which means an incision, a cutting in the flesh. All right, which goes back to the root word karax, which means a pale or palisade, all right, which is a sharp, pointy instrument, okay, where you get your syringe from, all right, and the root word of that, you get graphos, which means the writing. And what will be in that writing, essentially what's inside that chip is going to be information, all right, all your information, whatever it is about you, okay, the amount of money you have, all right, your medical information, your social security, your birth date, your eye color, your height, your blood type, okay? All of that, man. All right, and that's what you call total control. You think this devil is going to stop where he's at now? Absolutely not. He wants total control over all people. He want to be like the Most High, all right? He wants to be like the Most High, and he perfected this technology to where it could be like that because, matter of fact, what the apostles taught us, say through the Spirit, man, this is the Most High's chip. This is the Most High's technology, all right? Just like how the Most High created Esau, and Esau created the weapon, the missiles, Isaiah 54, the Heavenly Father created this devil to have the idea, the technology to create the mark of the beast, which is his, to mark those that are going to be sealed for judgment. All right. to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and in the forehead part, you got Elon Musk working on his Neuralink. All right, which he said he want to start trial runs later this year. All right, so everything is falling, is coming right together, man. It's falling right into place. All right, all of this digital talk, you know, and the perfect scapegoat for all of this was this pandemic. All right, 2020 is, or the end of 2019 really, but this whole 2020 this goes back to this reset, okay, that they want to establish. So in that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Hear his wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, his number is 603 All right, 666. And when you break down the UPC code, which means Universal Product Code, all right, you have the first two bars, the middle bars, and the last bars, which is the number 666. It actually equates to 666. All right, so what Esau wants to do is ultimately make everybody a product. Okay, you take a look around, anything that was purchased from a store, you know, anything that you may have in your possession, all have a barcode on it. All right, which is able to track exactly what it is. All right, and that's what Esau essentially wants to make all people. He wants to be like the Most High. Okay, that's why the Heavenly Father is going to have Esau get his little way, you know, and then he's going to step in and intervene. Okay, right before things get, you know, I guess hectic, so to speak. All right, because the scriptures say in Matthew 24:22 that except those days should be shortened, no flesh shall be saved. So Esau ain't going to be able to get to the elect. The Most High is going to step in, send his son YAHSHAWAR, Lord, to intervene and bring this devil down. But, you know, I just want to bring out those articles, all right, concerning this this digital currency. And another thing, cryptos is major right now. Everybody got their eyes on cryptos, which is, you know, exactly what these elites want. All right, that's exactly what they want. They want everybody to, you know, convert all that money, invest, and just have crypto in their mind, okay? Because that's going to be the new wave, so to speak, okay? Cryptocurrency, which means hidden currency. You know, ain't gonna be paper dollars. It's all digital. Digital, you can't see what's circulating through the internet of things. You know what I'm saying? You can't see it. It's all gonna be in the graphos, so to speak. All right. So I'm gonna end that here. Lord willing, this was quick and edifying, straight to the point. Till next time, I say shalom.